Good morning, chat. Good morning, good morning. Happy day to everybody. Welcome in to a very special live stream today. So today's a really exciting day. Now, I'm actually not the biggest fan of this particular style of gameplay. It doesn't work for me. I've tried Divinity Original Sin 2 and Baldur's Gate. Divinity Original Sin 2 I've purchased like on 8 different consoles at this. I love it in theory. Same with the original Divinity Original Sin. It's just not a style of gameplay that really gets me going moment to moment. But Ifan's theme that we just listened to, Meat, Gold, and Blood, is actually a piece. This and the main theme of Original Sin 2 are deeply
in a place without internet, so I'll miss the live part of the stream, but I hope you thoroughly enjoy the OST.
That is so generous as always, Callie. I appreciate that so much. Totally unnecessary, as you know, but I appreciate your graciousness. Of course, today's listening stream is actually donated by Callie, who just did another donation for no particular reason, because I am spoiled with wonderful, wonderful patrons and wonderful subscribers. And so Original Sin 2. There was a period of my life when I was living in a place and I was trying to go to the gym. I was trying to really lock in. And actually at the time, my father was quite ill prior to his passing. And so there were a couple tracks that I listened to quite frequently when I was at the gym, usually doing burpees or what have you. This was before my back injury, so I don't do burpees anymore. And this was one of them. Meat, Gold, and Blood was one of the songs that I used to listen to at the gym a lot to get hyped up. And I still think it's one of my absolute favorite pieces of video game music. It's definitely in my top, I'd say 20, top 20 video game songs, I'd say. So I'm really excited today. Callie sponsored this video. And we're going to be checking out selections from, I don't think the whole OST. But honestly, I really think that this is Borislav Slavov firing on all cylinders. And I think it's such an amazing soundtrack, the bits that I've heard. I actually prefer, and I actually think this is kind of his magnum opus, if I dare say it. I like BG3's soundtrack pretty okay. But Divinity Original Sin 2 is really, I think, such a monumental, beautiful and really refined and varied piece of video game soundtrack, literature. I just think it's so good. And I'm really excited to take a listen to some of the stuff I haven't heard before, because there's quite a bit I haven't heard. But it's honestly, it's a great game. And, every once in a while I get this itch. I don't ever get that itch for Baldur's Gate 3, but I always get the itch for Divinity Original Sin 2. I always get overwhelmed, but I actually most recently downloaded it a couple weeks ago, and I played through a little bit of Act 1 again. I've played through the prologue of the game like probably 15 times at this point, but I rarely really lock in with this sort of strategy, combat, active pause gameplay. But yeah, so today's game plan is as follows. We will be diving through a whole bunch of the soundtrack. Let me grab my notes. Here's a little blurb. The original soundtrack, composed by Borislav Slavov, is noted for its emotional range and strong thematic identity. It blends orchestral arrangements with folk and fantasy influences, creating a sound that feels both intimate and expansive. The score adapts fluidly between exploration, combat, and narrative moments, reinforcing the game's tone without overwhelming it. Its melodic clarity and dynamic structure allow it to deepen immersion while remaining tightly integrated with gameplay. And it's definitely an amazing thing to me that there is an audience that actively seeks out this very folk-like, medieval sound quality that you would think largely would be, sort of, I don't know. I mean, you would think that this music would be kind of dead. But here we are in video games, finding our way back into a really interesting time period in music. A lot of, we call it folk, but it's interesting because folk music in general is not one that's written. It's not one that's written down. It's one that's passed down by people. And I've always been really interested and fascinated by folk music to the point that I actually took a course in it in undergrad because there's such a rich folk history across the world of songs and ballads and things like that are passed down that usually are not annotated, that are not written down, but just passed down from generation to generation. Every culture and every musical place, whatever that may be, has a type of folk song. Even the Italians have folk songs or songs of the people. Now those of course are notated, but most notably in the area of the region of Naples, there's Neapolitan folk songs, which I adore. I've sung so many. In fact, it's still a dream to create an album of Italian folk songs. I really hold those in very close esteem and very high regard. Yeah, but this is a really interesting and unique sound that really squarely places us in the medieval high fantasy, but also, in this sort of, I guess it does have a bit of a, dare I say, a bit of an Eastern European sound as well, of course. So about the game, developed by Larian Studios, of course, Divinity Original Sin 2 is a critically acclaimed turn-based RPG, often cited as the defining modern CRPG. It emphasizes player choice, party-based progression, and tactical combat built around environmental interaction. It received widespread critical praise and multiple Game of the Year awards for its depth, reactivity, and systematic design. Its commercial and critical success challenged long-held assumptions about the niche appeal of complex RPGs, helping to reestablish the genre as both viable and influential to its broader gaming landscape, which is interesting because Baldur's Gate 3 did the same. Sorry if my voice is a little hoarse. Today was leg day at the gym, and I was squeezing my fucking throat pretty hard, so don't do that. Set in a fantasy world of Rivelin. Ritalin. Set in the fantasy world of Rivalon, whatever. The game takes place in a society where individuals capable of using Source, a powerful and dangerous form of magic, are feared and persecuted. These sorcerers are hunted and imprisoned by a religious order that claims to protect the world from the void and encroaching otherworldly force. The player assumes the role of Godwoken, an individual chosen by a higher power capable of ascending to divinity. As the story unfolds, the player navigates political control, moral ambiguity, and competing claims over power, ultimately deciding the fate of both Source and the world itself. Yeah, really interesting concept. Even the beginning when everyone's in the neck brace, in the neck ring, and that sort of thing that controls their power and so on and so forth. It's really, the opening sequence on the boat is really fun and interesting and quite overwhelming, to be honest. So we're listening to 21 tracks. Total length of this particular OST at this point, whatever we're doing here with selections from, is 1 hour and 9 minutes. And we'll be just stopping and starting as we go, because I'm going to have a lot to say, because I really do love this soundtrack. So, Revelon. All right, let's start over with the main theme, which I love. I love this main theme. Oh, we're listening to my favorite songs back to back. How exciting. Okay, here we go. Love how that starts. Love how it starts with the the duduk or whatever that instrument is. I love that it's distant but up close too. Love the chant too. I used to listen to this one a lot at the gym too, actually, believe it or not. And it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing how the drop there really lends itself. It's such a subtle thing, right? But we start with this sort of mysterious, right? That wonderful, wonderful sound. And everybody, thank you for joining, by the way. I appreciate you guys being here. I love how it starts with this sort of mysterious quality of like, you know, it's sort of exotic. It's curious. There's a curiosity, you know what I mean? Which is really fun. And then as we speed up, we have the wonderful, almost like the chant of source users or sorcerers or sorceresses or what have you, and they sort of gather around, you know, and it's beautiful because it's like it's ethereal, but it's also has this bit of not menace, but there's a bit of like bite to it, and then we kick in with this nice, like, essentially a beat drop, right? Because that's all just set up. And we take see now you see how we're tossing that main idea, bassoon, the string instrument there, lute or whatever it is, guitar, and then the strings take over. And we're just building and building and building. And then we get the horn emphasis. I love this track, dude. Get the horn emphasis. See, it supports the rest of it. And then instead of dropping, we actually pull back. So it's interesting because the clarinet, the wind instruments are kind of like accenting, but they're on top of it, even though the melody's actually in the back part, and the bottom part. And then the strings, you see how that, wait. Isn't that cool? The strings then come in and they take over and they layer on top and then they take off. It's really cool. Listen to this. See, you see that right here? Right, so that's the flute. We still have kind of the rhythm and the motif. There's the strings. And then they take that melody. And then we get the shunk, shaka, shaka, shunk, shaka, shaka, shunk, shaka, shaka, shunk, shaka, shaka, shunk. And this is that actual build up. And then we coalesce. Ba, 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 ba. And then we pull back again. So we reset. And then you even have the piano take the melody. And then, oh, isn't that just so sumptuous? Isn't it amazing? It's so subtle. It's so pulled back. It almost feels like it's internalized. You can just hear it. You just see it like and mind you, it's all very sloppy in the way that it kind of moves note wise. So we have a lot of this like undulation. It's the snaking, this like sliding and sliding and sliding, which makes it, again, there's that exoticism naturally, right? There's a little bit of sensuality in there, a little bit of like the sort of like the mystique of the unknown that's so spicy, you know? Man, dude, I kind of want to sit down and just pop this shit on. Oh, if I had time, oh man. I love the vocals when the vocals come in though. And also, just for the record, like I also, sorry, I know this track pretty intimately, which is why I'm like talking about it at nauseum, because there's so many little details. I didn't even gloss. I mean, it's really impossible to talk about all of it, but it's amazing how a 4-minute track like oozes so much. I mean, there's a reason why I've gone on record for saying this. I mean, Borislav is one of the nicest people. He's a terrific composer, but I've gone on record and said it that I do believe that Divinity Original Sin 2 is by far one of his best, if not the best that he's composed. And also I think it's definitively one of the best in this particular genre of game. And I really, really feel that way very strongly. It's just so nuanced. It's so varied. And it's just expertly composed. But let's go back to the beginning of the vocals, because how cool is this? Because we're actually set up because of the cascading down. This is the setup for the vocals here in a second. You know? Beam, bum, 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 bum. So 5 different instruments cascade down. Lift. Oh, and what's amazing too, see, I'm actually, I'm going to tell you a secret, guys. I've actually been working a lot less, which has been a total blessing, because then instead of coming in here with a Thursday OST listen, I don't feel tired, and I don't feel like I have to get, now granted, I really like Divinity Original Sin 2, and I have a lot to say about the music, but I really like that, that I'm very passionate about this particular theme and Ifan's theme, and because I have so much like sensory memory with them from being at the gym and listening to them over and over and over. But I just love it. I really love this track, and it's so fun to have time where this is the only thing I'm doing today, and I get to talk about this music with you guys, and it's just so much fun. Like it's fun to like go into the details and just like, so beautiful. Anyway, so you see how everything is cascading there? That's one. Oh, well, but it doesn't matter. But hear the lift right there? And it's actually just the doubling with and it's amazing. It's amazing, guys. It's amazing, chat. So basically what we have there is a solo vocal that's essentially a cappella, Da dee da dee da dee da dee da ya dee da ya dee da ya da dee da. So what we're doing is on every strong beat, da dee da dee da dee da dee da 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 ya da da. Well, I know that's not the actual melody in that part, but my point is that like every strong beat, usually on one, we have I don't know what the meter is, but so essentially da dee da dee da, and the piano is actually doubling the soprano, and so it's cool because even though it sounds a cappella, it also features this like sort of a cappella sound, but the piano's accompanying it. We hear the upper register and the soprano are actually singing a duet. It's just, listen. Pause. Sweet rate bomb bomb bomb. There's harp in there too, a little accent harp. You see how the harp fleshes that out, chat? Isn't that fun? Thank you, 8 months, my God. Thank you, Supernova. Appreciate it. And I also love that gesture. Yada 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 yada. Also, Nyohoho asked me earlier, I just recently discovered the Pillar Man theme, Awake, and from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And let's just say I'm going apeshit. I love it. You too can watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with your favorite meatball at patreon.com/MarcoMeatball. And actually, so here's the funny thing is that the back half of this, the last 40 seconds, is actually a come down. And so even though the vocals are theoretically like a separate entity, there's a decrease there's a decrease here. The peak actually happens 1 minute earlier. And so now it's just a fadeaway, exposition, climax, and resolution. You start with Phantom Blood, Part 1. And you watch it with me, Beefmaster Flexing. Or you watch it by yourself. And this is a classic exposition, climax, and resolution. Did I have a sexual awakening at 38 to the Pillar Man theme? Because I get it. I do. Dude, when I heard the Pillar Man theme, first of all, there's so many ass shots of the Pillar Men in JoJo that I couldn't help myself but be like, no wonder I thought this show was gay. like this show embraces the male physique in such a big way that it's just excellent. It's excellent. And honestly, I find it deeply inspiring. Also, Caesar is absolutely an icon. Caesar Zeppeli is a fucking icon. All right. Oh my God, it's crazy. Never listen to anyone who tells you to skip any part. Absolutely not. Do not skip any parts of JoJo. You need the first to have the second. You need Phantom Blood in order to enjoy Battle Tendency. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Can I react to Call of Duty World at War? The harp sound makes me remember it. I can't right now, Vladimir, because we're listening to the Divinity Original Sin 2. So. Marco! I'm on episode 16. Yeah, definitely start with Phantom Blood. It's amazing. All right, anyway, back to Mead, Gold, and Blood. I may or may not talk because I just love listening to this song so much. Isn't it crazy though? I know I just said I wasn't going to talk. Isn't it crazy though? It's amazing. What's up, Ryan? I've listened to The Circle. Yeah, not on the channel. Isn't it amazing how we start? Here's the thing. That's a very rhythmic, little flute there. And it's amazing how even in that flute, we get tension and we get drama. You know, we get this feeling of like virility. We get this feeling of like, I'm not going to take your shit. You know what I mean? And there's some like trills and flips in there that are really fun. Some really fun, like, rolls up into stuff. It's just so satisfying. You see how, can you listen to how it's articulated, chat? It's cool because it's all the air, right? You know what I mean? I don't know the whole OST, but I know selections from. Really, the main theme and Mead, Gold, and Blood are my two favorites. So those are probably the ones I know the most intimately because I used to listen to them at the gym. Revelon I did a video on a long time ago, though. So I know that one as well. And then it's amazing how we pick up with this jump. Notice the like pits, the very like sharp playing and the. It's all, yeah, sure. We've got the suspended bass there. Da da. Fine, that's pretty legato and very supported, but all of it's really sharp. Sounds like, is there dulcimer in there too back there? Maybe? There's actually a harmony in balance with the vocals. Yeah, isn't this dulcimer? And I like how it's like a distant memory. But Ifan is such a good character. This is all like, this is what you're fighting for. And then here we pick up, oh my God, goosebumps, right? Nice, get that brass in there. Ba, ba. And you hear all those two notes, that's it. Build that tensity. Here we go. Oh my god, dude. What a gesture. Oh, fuck. I mean, it's just such a percussive piece, but then the fact that it builds up here, you know, it's just an amazing feeling. Ba 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 ba. You know, like it's just such a. And then this part, da be ba be ba 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 be ba 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 da 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 da. You know, that's that kind of adrenaline that, I mean, again, this is like medieval instrumentation. I mean, you know, for the most part, like obviously you got brass in there and stuff. Not that there wasn't brass in the medieval time period, but this is like modern orchestral brass. But it's just so, isn't it just so satisfying? Like that to me is such a theme of like virility and like claiming your stake and owning yourself and fighting for your rights and believing in yourself and kicking ass, you know, and it's just such a fucking banger. Ugh. Anyway, hi guys, how are you? Sing for me, my angel of music. Sing. Ah. Well, hopefully it's in the soundtrack selection that I have here. Anyway, Symphony of the Void. Anyway, sorry, I think I just pooed my pants. I was so excited. Wow. Ooh! You know what? To my point earlier about Baldur's Gate 3, not to directly compare them, but I think I think at the end of the day I just prefer the Divinity Original Sin 2 motif. Ba 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 ba. I think that's just a sound that appeals to me more. That melodic line is just extremely appealing to me. What's very cool here is this is the Symphony of the Void, right? There's the inherent danger. There's a borderline horror elements in this, right? Like everything about this is like on the edge of your seat. Like this is a horrible thing to witness, right? This is dangerous. Oh, that beautiful use of sopranos with tension and squeezing and danger. So satisfying. Of course, coupled with that excellent lower trombone or tuba re-emphasis of the melody is excellent as well. But there's a lot of like this like, holy fucking shit, you know what I mean? We should not be here. Like that's all horror, classical horror. And even this, it's not chill. Da, 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 da. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? So we have the full melody right there, but we just toss it between the low brass and the upper strings. Ba 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 ba. And then the strings go, wait, wait. Ba 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 ba. I've played up to the end of Act 1 with DOS2. This is cool too because we have the slide up, and even then, like we can still have a down bow, it doesn't have to be, super sharp. I mean, that's pretty sharp, but the fact of the matter is that that's the phrase, that's the structure of that, and then that is a tight intensity. On stream, no, this was way before I started YouTube. But I do love the soundtrack. I just love the lower brass so much. But like the complement between the sharpness in the strings and the sustained low brass. This must be what plays when you're getting off of the ship for the first time. Because it almost feels like you're like slowly fading into the water, right? Every once in a while I get into a spell and I re-download it, not gonna lie. I just always get overwhelmed. But that's for a lot of games. Like I never would have actually, like I'm almost done. Like the rest of the day today I'm going to be playing Xenoblade Chronicles for myself. And love it. Like, but it took me a little while to get past that point so I could be like, you know what? No, I'm having a great time with this. So maybe Divinity Original Sin 2 will hit because it always does hit when I play it. It's just a question of maintaining. All right, Rivelon. I've heard this before on the channel, so. Da-dee-da. Da 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 dee, da da And you know, when we pass around this melody here, what I see, you see the sea, I see home, I see peace, I see energetic tranquility. I see, you know, because the momentum in the tempo, boom bum boom 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 bum boom 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 boom, it's almost a love song, right? It's almost like We're back. You're here. You're here. Come here. Come. Let me rest on daddy. You know, like you're all right. I got you. It's almost like the mother embracing the child. And then here we have this pickup here. It's excellent. Nice. And I love it because of that. I love that. So it softly resets, but the whole build up there is so beautiful because it's essentially like, you know, it's a heralding of a new beginning. And I definitely think that it's actually like the game basically extending its hand out to a player and saying, hey, you're a part of this now. Come join us. You've just survived the tutorial. Welcome to the rest of the game. You know, and it's kind of an embracing sort of. Can I show you my new wallpaper? You know, it's an embracing of a new beginning. That's what it is. It feels like it's the embracing of a new beginning, which is really, really fun. And that push near the middle end is super satisfying. What's that, brother? King Kong. Does that look like King Kong to you? Sir, you do me dirty. That ain't no fucking monkey. That's Godzilla. It's Godzilla, god damn it. Oh, Shizor, that's amazing. I'm so glad. Donkey Kong. Spotty, come here. You want to say hi to my parents-in-law's dog? Come here, Spotty. Come here, Spotty. Come here, Spotty. Come on. Come here, Spotty. Oh my good boy. Oh my good boy. Oh my good boy. Oh my good boy. Yeah, my. You my good boy. You my good. Okay. Go. Be gone. He didn't like that. Anyway, I love that song. It's so beautiful. All right, welcome to Fort Joy. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. She dum 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 dum. Listen to that. That's excellent. Excellent movement in the lower of the two, right? The lower range. Dum 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 dum. She dum 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 dum. She dum 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 dum. And I love how Fort Joy is interesting to me. So, you know, it's an interesting sound because it's super rhythmic, but it's not. Fort Joy is kind of a desolate, broken, fucked up place, right? And yet, despite that, ba dee da 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 dee da da ra dee da da ra da da da. That actually, that vibrancy in that is aliveness. you know? But there's also danger in that sound. There's tension. It reminds me very much of like something like a Handmaid's Tale scenario. Be so careful. Be so careful. Be so careful about what you do, but also keep moving forward. Right? Because the music choice is excellent. It's beautiful in that, you know? Okay. My bad. And there's the motif. Wait. Actually, that sounds like Down by the River. Oh, that's funny. And you see how we kind of pull back and all of a sudden it's boom, bam, 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 ba, da, da. Don't let this place destroy your spirit, you know? You re-emphasize, don't you let this place destroy your spirit. Right? Really nice. Just oh, a single drop of magic. Notice how we get mystery right away with the piano. Excellent harmony there and movement in the guitar. It's interesting how the piano actually removes itself. Yes, Borislav is amazing. That's awesome, Sailor. Yo, H-Mom, what's good? What's good, brother? It feels like it's there's like a sound of percolation, of like doing something, you know, of like mixing potions together and you're like trying to process a circumstance, like what do we do? What do we do here, you know? How do we solve this? It's almost it's restless, right? And even that, when the guitar comes in, it's like, oh man, what do we do? How do I handle this? How do I navigate this? And then you've got that interesting how it that sound we just paused at was a little bit, you know, technological, a little bit deformed. And then a random key change. I love that. Wait, but let's stop there. It's just a little bit dangerous. I love that. Notice we always have that momentum, right? Yeah. And then it kind of just fades out, right? Really nice. Just excellent piece. Ooh, reflections from the past. And I love that you actually hear the reflection and the sound immediately. Do-dee, do-dee. Hi, Lugia, how are you? Hydrate? Sure. I also, isn't that interesting too, the whistle? Right? Like, and thematically, this is actually the beginning of Ifan's theme. It just seems very reflective, you know? Oh, I feel that way too, Yamato. I was saying this earlier. Because it's about Ifan, because it's called Reflections from the Past. And if I recall, his wife and child are dead. I can't remember exactly. But musically, you hear how musically we're like almost in a delirium, right? The whispered, sort of rippled quality in that sound is really like it's agitated. It's agitated even though it's still, you know? And that causes us unrest. And then you get the soprano soloist, which is clearly some former member of someone's past. Let's say it's Ifan for the sake of it, because the music's there. And it's like, it's a tormentation. It's tormenting. You know what I mean? It's painful. Agony. It's so gorgeous, dude. I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun? Are you having fun? I'm having a great time. I hope you're having a good time. I'm just enjoying this so much. I hope you are too. Feels like music you hear when detective searching. Yeah, you're trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. 1000%. Bum beam, bum beam, bum beam. Right? Wow. Sorry, side note. Award-winning singer-songwriter Lana Del Rey and composer David Arnold come together for the title song for 007 First Light. Watch the official lyric video for the original song. Oh, you bet your ass that's going to get fucking destroyed by copyright, which is so sad. Why would you do this to me? I so badly want to listen to this. Come on. Sorry, I don't know if there's any crossover with 007 fans here, but all right, so Dancing with the Source, the Bansuri version. Ba-da, ba-da. Yeah, don't you have instruments yourself? Don't you have your own instruments? I love how that hits so hard. Bam, bam. It's kind of a coming undone, though. The whole thing just feels like it's like slipping apart. And then even the so sick. Oh, it switches based on the character's turn? That's really cool. All right, let's go to Reaper's Coast. Beam boom beam boom beam boom boom. There's a regret in this sound, which is really interesting. And again, the subtle, wow. A lot of regret in this particular sound. Good morning. Gorgeous. Love the emphasis of the lower strings there. It's so bittersweet. It's actually deeply sad. Ooh, almost got me in my feels. I don't know why. If that had gone on a little bit. I think really it's the descent. You know, there's a descent into like... This must be the theme for, what's his name? The Prince. But there's a deep sadness in this. There's regret, loss, and then we move into self-loathing, and then anger a little bit, and then as we progress into the final part of this emotionally, we're at it's the Red Prince. Well, it still works, yeah, because then here at the very end, it's kind of like I've lost everything, and there's a bit of woe is me, but not like in a sort of shitty way, but like in a painful way. A part of their story. What are my thoughts about Lana Del Rey? I think she's great. I love the smoky mezzo quality of her voice. She's really a great artist, I think. Resignation, yes, that's my thought. Mr. Meatball, nice to see you, Fangal. What's up? God bless. All the best. See, this one too. It's interesting how we can design musically hope. This is saying no matter what's happened before, we're not going to stop. I'm not going to surrender due to my past failings. The optimism in that the determination, the forthrightness, the commitment to a goal, the belief in oneself, that's all right here. The way that we have the legato strings and the sharpness of the rhythmic strings. Shum-da-da-dum, shum-da-da-dum. Right? Crescendo getting louder, we build, we add instruments. We ascend to the heavens, we pierce the heavens. We say, I will not be stopped. God, that's fucking gorgeous. And I love that you can hear the bassoon player or the clarinet in there as well. You can hear the actual like the hitting of the pads. Dude, I loved that song. Holy shit, that song was amazing. Yeah, that hit the sweet spot. 1000%. 1000%. So beautiful, so elegant, so lovely. All right. Amber Ale. Fun. Saxophone, that's so crazy. No. Clarinet. Love the emphasis on this flute. Hey Gaussiana, how are you? Even accordion, man, this shit's crazy. I love how the flautist really leans into and presses into the mechanism. So beautiful. I like how that is interesting because that's like a amber ale, right? Like I can hear that in like a bar or a pub or some sort of a place where you want to get information, right? And like everyone's kind of lively, God, it's so beautiful. But I love how rich the instrumentation is in all of this. It's so dense. Well, let's check out Driftwood. Do 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 do. Speaking of clarinet. Jeez. I love how this is there's a degree of brooding here. But there's still longing in the sound too, which is kind of interesting though, because it feels like a distant thing. I played up till Act 1 several years ago, and then I recently revisit it like once a year to see if I actually end up keep playing it. Oh, I love that cascade. That's fun. Dee da 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 dee, dee da dee da dee, dee dee. Like you could fall asleep to this, but there's also like an emotional twinge of discomfort, you know? You know, like, listen to that. My God. So beautiful, dude. You know, it's interesting. So the title's called Driftwood. And in a way, it does feel like we are floating and sort of undulating towards something, right? But there's this sort of like listless sort of, you know, just bobbing with the waves and just sort of going along with something. And we don't ever feel like we're arriving at something. It's really, really beautiful. All right, this is a Path of the Godwoken Ode version. Ooh. Wow. It's cool how even that right there. There's a different energy in that right away. Like the sound itself, the instrumentation itself, the instrument itself produces a natural feeling of sadness. And listen to that. Ah, okay, Twilight, I see. Nightbot is chatty. Well, Nightbot wants you to know to check out my shirts, to know what songs I've heard, to join the Discord, and join the Patreon. Nightbot's just doing his job. Don't you hear though that is way different. That's regret. That's sadness. That's decay. Brokenness. Wow. Sublime. It's amazing. It's amazing to me how music and instrument choices and the way that we compose around it, we can have like, it's such an emotional journey, you know? It's such a, we can have all these different emotions, and we can have happiness, we can have sadness, we can have any number. And the thing is, like, what music does better than anything else, certainly better than words, is the fact that it actually like can, you know, we can go to a thesaurus and we can find a million different ways to say sad. But music is that in between, you know. Music is that music is that thing that like sort of lifts it out of the word and creates the reality of it, and how it really feels to feel that sense of longing or a quiet desperation or like whatever, you know. And I use a lot of flowery adjectives when I talk, but one of the most beautiful things is just that sense of like magic, where it takes words and actually makes it sound and feel real. And I love that about music. Have I ever played Divinity 2? Up until the end of the first act. All right, next up is a tear in the veil. Just random piano. Sonic and the Secret Rings, no. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Sí. La próxima mañana, sí, hago el streaming de WoW 3.3. Sí. A las 6 de la mañana, creo. Sí. Muchísimas gracias para la pregunta. Sí. Nos vemos mañana. Jesus. Wow. Ba-da-da. Wow. And I love how even that, I mean, like, this is such a subtle, God, every track is so good, dude. Like, every track is so good. Every track has some sort of a passion and a feeling of, you know, they're just gorgeous. Oh, Sabiel's theme. Oh, I like this theme too. Okay, here we go. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. So I like that her instrumentation actually lends itself to a quiet, like she's resolute in her actions and her commitments. Yeah, it's unreal. And I love this accentation here because, yeah, it's really digging into that resolution and that commitment. Also, it's so singable and fun. So nice, dude. What a nice piece. So next up is Fane's theme. Fane is such an interesting character. Ah, that's a dulcimer, I think. Doubling that is interesting. It's like the dance of humanity a little bit. It's twisted. Ah, yeah. Yeah, you can't really pin it down. It's somewhat dangerous too. Oh. It's also schemy. There's a sound in that. It's scheming. But it's true, you do hear like the bones. Huh. It's interesting too because it's very pulled back and subtle. Like it doesn't ever really fully build up, but it does have this uncomfortable feeling of like something's not quite right with this guy. And that makes sense too. And I think about the fact that he's got that like thing that when he puts on the multi-faced God, you know, you can put on the different faces and all that other stuff. So it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's kind of like you don't want to trust this guy, but also he's not that bad. You know, I don't know. It's interesting. You haven't played this game? I haven't finished it. It's really good. Red Princess theme. Good morning. Yeah, it's definitely poised. And And it has that real sense of strength and stability and confidence, a little bit of haughtiness in there as well, of course. But there's also ethos in this. But he's like, he won't be defeated, you know? Yeah. I love it. I love it because it kind of starts. There's a little bit of doubt in the beginning, you know, and as it sort of builds, we really get that sense of resoluteness. You know what I mean? This brutal, this commitment to the self of being like, you know what? I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. Don't you realize who I am? I'm heir to the throne. Damn it. And I love that. I love how the first half of this is sort of like control. And no, mind you. All of it's very measured. All of it's very, very like haughty, up to the chest, very poised. Boyada, rupapapa. And then it kicks in and it's like almost like the Red Prince turns around and says, "What did I say? You know, how dare you speak to me, you insolent bastard." You know what I mean? Like there's we don't lose sight of that inner pulse. All right. The battle for Divinity. Dum ticka ticka dum 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 ticka ticka dum 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 ticka ticka dum dum. Ba 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 bum bum bum. Notice it's all just build up, right? And then look at how the strings take over, right? Oh. And see, it's cool because there's the theme too, the main theme. Dum, dum, dum. Fun bassoon there. Bassoon so rarely gets like attention. Whoa, tension. You see how we went by? And then see, that's commitment. That's that like possibility there. Yeah, there's tons of bassoon. I agree. There's tons of bassoon in Hollow Knight for sure. It really is beautiful. Sing for me, Lose. This was the track you mentioned.
Come to me, the night is dark. Come to me, the night is long. Sing for me, I'll sing along. Sing for me, oh sing for me. Sway with me, we'll make them scream. Dance with me, we'll make them bleed. Sing for me, I'll sing along. Sing for me, oh sing for me.
You think I'll get a copyright? No, I don't think so.
Listen, do you hear it? Listen, do you feel it? Listen, I'm calling you. Listen, you do know me. Listen, swing and roll me. Listen, I'm calling you.
Mandolin. Fun.
Let's make them scream. Listen,
Oh,
do you hear
Lose
it?
is the
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
I'm calling you. Listen, you do know me. Listen, swing and roll me. Listen, I'm calling you. Listen, do you hear it? Listen, do you feel it? Listen, I'm calling you. Listen, you do know me. Listen, swing and roll me. Listen, I'm calling you.
Chad, is it bad that that's the one song I haven't liked? I've literally liked every single song. I just don't like the vocals. I'm sorry. It just repeats itself over and over and over. It's hilarious that was the one I didn't like. It just repeats itself over and over and over. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nice. But it's not nice. It's nice. It's better in game, I bet. Sins and Gods. Choral version. O Sanctus, Sanctus Domine, Dona eis requiem. Yeah. So, of course, a song called Sins and Gods. We're going to have a refocus on the main theme with a big... Well, it's not a huge choir, but almost a cappella with the sustain. Listen to that. Listen to that harmony. Fuck yeah, dude. Nice. Excellent. Wow. Sublime. Ooh. And I think, so obviously it's not a theme we haven't heard. We've also heard it a bajillion times, right? And what I think is really cool about the vocal version of this is that it actually lends itself to that grandiosity, right? And I find it interesting how vocals have this way of producing this sort of like magic little, it's like the vibration of the chords, or who knows what it is, but there's this sense of like vastness that we hear, you know? Yeah, because it's expansive. That's so nice. God. All right. Divine's Lament bonus song.
Dark of night, full of snow.
Oh, this song.
Pure and white and deadly. My father took me by the hand and asked me, "Are you ready?" He took me up beyond the trees to where the rock is bare. He took me to a frozen lake and made me say a prayer. Dark of night, 2 feet of snow, drifting sheer and pure. My father bade me walk along the frozen gravel shore. When we had walked a mile or more, my father drew his bow. He shot an arrow in my back and left me in the snow. And left me in the snow. Dark of night, a foot of snow, bloody red and steaming. He called his father's name once more, but he had left him bleeding. I called my father's name once more and offered him a prayer. The ice cracked on the frozen lake, my father left me there. My father left me there. He shot an arrow in my back and then he left me there. Dark of night, 3 feet of snow, my father killed me. I watched my blood soak through the snow and knew he walked within me. I called my father's name and offered one last prayer. The ice cracked on the frozen lake, my father's love was there. Dark of night, a foot of snow, bloody red and steaming. He called his father's name once more, but he had left him bleeding.
Cool.
For a feet of snow I camp below, and by the dying fire my father cries in grief and shame. My father cries my name. I feel my father's love once more. My father cries my name. My father cries my name. And I feel warm again. My father cries my name. And I feel warm again.
So nice to have that. Gang. Excellent. Thank you, Abba. Man, that's excellent. You just re-downloaded the game to play another 100 hours with your partner? Amazing. I really, having listened to now 21 more tracks, that some I knew, but some I didn't know. I really think that it's just such an excellent soundtrack. And I really think that it is absolutely like just so special. And it's one that I just continue to love. I mean, I still can't get over, Ifan's theme and yeah, just exceptional. Just exceptional stuff. And it's just really good. Like, I mean, some of the tracks are maybe slower, some of the tracks are maybe more exciting, but the through line of consistency and polish and beauty within these soundtracks is consistently just, I mean, frankly, perfect. And it's lovely. Hi, Jacques. Bonjour. So I'm really I really enjoyed listening to this today and these selections. So, thank you to Callie for requesting this over on patreon.com/MakoMeatball. And yeah. What do you expect of the new Divinity soundtrack? Well, so I think based on what I've seen of Divinity and what I understand about Divinity, it's definitely, what's up, Yoke? It's definitely going to be dark. And I think it'll lean into this medieval stuff, but I don't really think it's going to be very romantic. A lot of these tracks have like, you know, sweeping orchestral stuff, and even in BG3, you know, a lot of it's very percussive and there's kind of a lightness even in BG3. Hey Zeric, what's up? But I really think, I really think that Divinity, well, as an example, I mean, like, okay, we're not going to spend too much time, but like, yeah, honestly, did Borislav? I don't actually know if he wrote the music for did he write? Who wrote the soundtrack for Divinity, Divine Divinity, and but anyway, I expect it to be much darker. Oh, it was Kirill Pokrovsky. That's right. That's what I just saw that. Yeah. Yes, it literally says right here. Sorry. Divinity series was composed by Kirill Pokrovsky. So I do think it'll be much darker and much heavier and richer and have a lot more, how do you create blood and gore in music? And I think like that's I think a lot of strings, obviously a lot of almost a horror soundtrack, I think, is kind of what I'm expecting. So anyway, that's all we've got planned as far as that's concerned for Divinity Original Sin 2. Let's see, what time is it? It's 1:00 my time. I am chilling. 1 minute till Metro 2039. Is there like a countdown? Oh, here it is, yeah. I'm a big fan of the Metro series, so I've been really curious to see this trailer for this game. I don't know if you guys have ever played the Metro games, but if you haven't, I highly recommend it. Metro 2033, Last Light, Exodus. Whew. Amazing games. Amazing games. Amazing games. It's cool that he's proudly made in Ukraine.
I ask you, do you want to come out of the darkness and become a pure nation? I ask you, are you ready for great change?
Yes, the Divinity Original Sin 2 OST listen is over. Thank you guys for joining for that.
Then wake up and open the door for the noble right.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up. Wake up. to a pure nation, clean air, bright future.
But is this Artyom, you think? Artyom's,
The noble right says comply. The people say aye. Fear not the enemy's threats, for the Führer hunter protects you.
Where are they taking them? Can you hear me?
They do. We hear everything. But you don't let them speak.
No. It's not about me. I won't ask again.
It's all about you. Sleep.
damn.
All together now, children.
The Novak is our home. Either we destroy or we are destroyed. No one will mourn us if we die. Mercy is weakness.
Our enemies have no pity for us.
No.
We must be destroyed.
The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed. The enemy must be destroyed.
Oh, the freaking yeah. Damn, double hallucination. That's definitely Artyom because that's his. Wasn't that his wife?
Pure nation, clean air, bright future. The noble right is our home.
Oh my god! Nice, I hope they show gameplay, because I mean, great trailer, but I want to see.
Thank you for joining us today as we reveal Metro 2039, the next installment in the Metro franchise.
God, I love this series.
We at 4A Games are really proud to show you what we have been working on all these years. I know it's been a while.
No, it's
since
true,
you last heard
Lance.
from us, but stick with us for a continued first look at Metro 2039.
Metro 2039 takes you to the dark heart of the Moscow Metro. where the last survivors of the nuclear apocalypse
Why is
struggle
Pavel
to exist in the tunnels and
Pavel's
subways of
in
the
our
ruined
face,
city.
isn't it?
Hope is lost. The future looks bleak, if there is one.
The underground factions and station communities have all been united under one banner, the No Reich, led by a new Führer, the legendary Spartan, Hunter. Führer promises a new life for the people up on the surface. In reality, they are trapped down in the metro, flooded with propaganda, misinformation, and fear. The people suffer under his authoritarian regime and the brutal belief, if it's hostile, you kill it.
Our games explore what humans were before the world ended, what they became after, and what are they willing to do to live another day. The meaning has always been about preventing war.
But now, war is our reality, and our message has shifted to be about the consequences, the cost of silence, the horrors of tyranny, and the price of freedom.
You will explore these themes through our voiced protagonist, the Stranger, a recluse plagued by his violent nightmares, forced to undertake a harrowing journey back down to the metro, a place he swore to never return.
But we must return to tell the story we want to tell.
You can expect a much darker tone this time around. A handcrafted, story-driven, single-player campaign where you'll feel the weight of the rotting world pushing down on you, forcing you deeper into your claustrophobic nightmares.
We will go where the worst of humanity can be on a full display.
The thing is, we are not romanticizing the post-apocalypse or making a theme park out of it. Metro has always been a more tragic view on our actions as humanity. Then, tragedy came to us.
Everything we had planned for the next chapter of Metro changed in 2020, and more significantly, in 2022.
When Russia's full-scale invasion began, it changed the lives of everyone in the studio, but more so of our team and families in Ukraine.
They were conscripted.
The war
Didn't
shaped us.
one of their team
changed the
members,
story
if I remember reading,
to be
actually
even
passed
more
away.
about choices, actions, consequences, and what you have to pay to have a future. Reality forced us to take a different approach, told from a uniquely Ukrainian perspective. But this is still a Metro story in the Metro universe.
We are a team of fighters, Mykozatskого rodu. We will push through no matter what. Getting electricity from generators or batteries, power outages or sheltering from rocket and drone attacks are interrupting, but not stopping us from making what we deeply believe, what we do best. Of course, taking care of the family is the biggest priority. Sometimes you just put your head down and focus on work, but it's each other's support that keeps you running.
Our studio was born in Ukraine and remains majority Ukrainian, but our team has come from over 25 different countries. Despite this, we all work together with the Ukrainian spirit for our projects.
Growing up in Ukraine, especially in the 90s, made us strong in many ways. Not taking anything for granted, understanding that ideas and achievements are something you have to fight for. And this grew into a mentality of courage, a mentality of pride.
We have always been a studio built around one idea: make worlds you can feel. We are craftsmen and artists, people with passion who want to tell stories.
Basically, we make stuff that we want to play.
We build worlds with details that make a place believable. The kind of details you don't notice on the surface, but you feel it immediately.
It all started as a family of dreamers 20 years ago.
Wow.
With courage, audacity,
20
and the
years
desire to do something more meaningful and more mature.
Whether it's the team in Kyiv or Malta, we are all set on making an experience that is truly Metro. There is only Metro, nothing else.
To build that truly Metro experience at the level of atmosphere and detail we aim for, we rely on something we've invested in for decades now. Our own engine and tools.
4A Engine is purpose-built to make the games that we want to make. If we need to build a new feature or do something in a specific way, with our own engine, we can just make it. We're limited only by our vision. We get to take advantage of the strengths of every game in the franchise before it. With Metro Exodus, our engine enabled us to be early pioneers of ray tracing. This time, we have focused on rebuilding our implementation of this technology to bring a more tuned and performant experience that is still nothing short of stunning and hauntingly beautiful.
Our tools give us the ability to make a world as dense, realistic, and believable as we can imagine. They allow us to make a metro feel tangible. You can walk into a room and it behaves like a real place.
Nothing is prefabricated. Everything is unique and grounded.
I always love that
a
about
physical,
Metro.
plausible reason for something to exist or be designed.
Anywhere you
in a certain
walked,
way.
there was like
So,
a vibrancy.
When you walk into that room,
you
it's clear a
see
person lived there.
interactions
You can feel what they were doing right before they left or died.
We call these moments
it's very alive.
frozen stories. It's a moment frozen in time. The tea spilled on the table, the unfinished card game, the bags at the door, the corpse holding an unloaded gun with shells all around the floor. It tells you what happened there without a single line of a dialogue.
The goal of these frozen stories is to push your imagination further, immerses the player, and gives those who are curious many opportunities to explore and learn more about the world of Metro. But not all the stories in Metro are frozen.
The ones at the beating heart of the Metro are about the people.
Our games are based on and inspired by the novels of the author, Dmitry Gluchovsky, an outspoken critic of the invasion of Ukraine.
His courageous stance has come with a personal price, a life in exile from his home country, Russia, where dissent is a crime. We've crafted this new story together, united by our shared values of freedom and truth that have been shaped by the harsh reality of the world around us.
So, we're going back to the tunnels and leaning into what makes Metro, Metro. The intensity of darkness, the intimacy of closed spaces, and the feeling that every step forward, every decision made has a cost.
The cost of silence, the horror of tyranny, the price of freedom. We want players to walk away with a deeper understanding of what that means. We want you to feel it and question it.
How will you survive? Who will you trust? What would you do to live another day in darkness? You're asking the wrong questions. It's all about you.
This is just a first look for now, and we can't wait to show you more.
To our fellow Metro community, our friends, our family, thank you. For the patience, for all the support and love we have seen in your messages, content, and replies. But first of all, to our defenders.
Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!
If you thought that's all you were going to get, we have more. Here's your first in-game look at Metro 2039, captured from a mix of gameplay and cinematics.
Wow. Wow. Bro, that looks real. What the fuck? Ooh. Jesus. Yeah, I'll stream this for sure. I love the Metro series. Oh my god, that's crazy. The DOS 2, listen, yeah, we just finished up Nova. Wow. Yeah, I'll be really curious about the highs and lows of this. I mean, looks amazing. That looks amazing. That looks insane. I mean, it's really crazy that they've had to readjust pretty much everything because of the war, and have to totally change the direction. Like, I wonder how much of that they've had to sort of retool from the ground up. I'm assuming winter of 2026, but I don't know. Wow, really crazy. Wow. Wow, that looked super good. That's crazy. You've never played them? Oh my gosh, please do yourself the favor. They're not long. I think so there are certain, I'll tell you the truth. I've never gotten the true ending for a game because I just play them. But in terms of like the Redux, which is, Metro 2033 and then First Light, and then Exodus, which is, Exodus is one of the best games I've ever played. The playtime is not very long. If I recall, it's like 12 hours. Yeah, 10. So if you do everything, it's 9 hours. But you should play 2033, which is the first one. So they're really condensed, and even the bad ending is they're good. You don't need to necessarily do anything. Last Light is also amazing. The original is regarded more highly than Redux. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Also, while we're here, I wanted to showcase Mouse PI for Hire. What a lovely game. Oh, you know what? It's on my... if you guys like first-person shooters, I think you guys would vibe very strongly with Mouse PI. I want to show you just a little bit of gameplay, because it's so... I have to finish it, but the music is amazing, and it's legit like such a unique, fun... I mean, I'll be honest, a little bit samey after a while, but that's fine. I'm not really like a first-person shooter guy myself. Like in terms of single player, I'm much more of a first-person shooter multiplayer guy. But the noir aesthetics are amazing, and like I think Troy Baker is a little bit like, I respect Troy Baker as an actor, but I can tell that it's him. Like there's something I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, Troy, we know you're amazing at what you do. But the soundtrack is so good. Just I have a video coming out today, I believe, but like listen to some of this stuff. Hold on. Wait, no, I can just play it this way. Hold on. Check this out. Here's some of the tracks from the game. Listen to this. This is fun. So that will play during combat. It's so much fun. But let me just show you. I'm only 3 hours deep, so this isn't too much of a spoiler territory. But just so you get a sense of the game, because I really think people should play it and enjoy it, because it's such a fun game. Combat music sounds Cowboy Bebop intro inspired, in the sense that it's big band jazz, maybe. I mean, look at it. It just oozes personality. You know what? I'll start a new game so you guys can see it. Oh, no, never mind. I will not. I'm not too far in, so it's not super... But, like, this is what it looks like. Like, I cannot get over how this game looks. Like, it's crazy to me. Look at this animation. Pragmata, I'm streaming on Monday.
This whole thing feels like a movie.
Oh shit. Look at all this. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. Like, the environment is insane. Like, the level of detail and... I mean, it's just... Like even the reload animation. Let me show you this gun. This gun's cool. So this is like a poison gun. Ready? Watch this. And here's the drums. You hear the drums in the background, which is probably where the Cowboy Bebop reference comes into play. But that old school Disney, like, you know, old school Mickey Mouse aesthetic is just preposterously good. And the music, so it's funny. So you hear that? When the game is, when the combat section's over, it actually like does a little bit of a like a bell to let you know. And then check this out. So this is one of the abilities is you can hover with your tail. Rubber hose? Okay, there's an official name for that. I didn't realize. And the I will say that it's actually kind of lengthy. It's a solid like I'm pretty sure 20 hours based on what I saw before the game came out. I don't know if it's actually 20 hours, but
I get that it's not open house, but would a little hospitality kill you?
Lots of money to uncover. Lots of little secrets. There's also a baseball card minigame inside of it, which is pretty dope.
Had to hurt, but our hero's still on his feet. No second take needed.
I've had breakfast that did more damage.
There's also a really fun baseball game, and so you collect baseball cards either with like the currency, or you can buy them or find them in the world. I mean, you know, I think it's, and that's the song I played you right then. What was your party? Ifan, a character I made, and usually it was Fane. Like, look, it's insane. Am I playing on... I think I'm playing on normal. I mean, so it's pretty lengthy. Some cheese to help you level up. Or, raise your health. Yeah, and it's also... I talked to the composer. It's all, like, 95% of it is real instruments. Which is really cool. James Gunn, I know. Oh, that's true, like the director. I didn't even think about that.
Ah, yes. Artists. Turning caffeine and panic attacks into someone else's success. Be free, little birds. Just don't come back.
Jeez. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you this. Just all the little details. The design on the poison that lingers over top. Just so much personality. I would say the one thing for me is that after a while...
Oh, the stance, the grit. You ought to swing by sometime.
Oh, shit. The only thing for me is that after a while I get a little bit bored of FPS games in general. Like it's not the fault of...
Oh, damn. You up for casting too?
It's not like, you know, it's not my favorite genre just because I get a little bit bored. But like look at how this dude's just chilling. Like this I don't even know what that is. Probably over here. Oh. That's adorable. Look at that musical cue. Isn't that fun?
Hey, you there. The name Betty Lynch ring any bells?
And there's Troy Baker doing
Relax.
his...
They're just shooting the crime picture.
Oh, I'm not sure. She's on set today.
A shot I don't have to dodge for a change.
A shot I don't have to dodge. Not saying that Troy Baker's bad. Troy Baker's great, but I'm just saying like... So totally normal wall. So you grab some TNT. Boop. You can also do fisticuffs. And there's so here's, I just got a card, baseball card. It's crazy too that Troy Baker can basically do everything, which is insane. Lots of save points. Ba-do-dee.
Oh no! Our hero might be walking straight into a trap!
You call it a trap. I call it an all-inclusive adventure.
Falling piano. And you can stun them when you can hit them and then you stun them, and then yeah, it's fun because they stop. See, like he'll get stunned out and then you can just pop him. It's so unique, and I think a really whoa. You know, even that automation. It's just fun. It's just fun.
No trace of Wanda's friend, but people always leave something. Fingerprints, keepsakes, regrets.
So serene.
Oops! Froze myself.
Got a love story here. Maybe even a happily ever after.
No honeymoons today.
You know, so I mean, like, fairly straightforward when it comes to an FPS. Nothing crazy. But it's fun, you know? And it's cool too because it just feels like they really were like, you know what, let's try something different, and they just went for it, and I just love that. Am I excited for Ace Combat 8? Is grass green? 1000% I am. John Jones.
What? We're actually paying him? All right, everyone. 5-minute break. Rocky's stuck. Again.
Ah, frickin' topsy-turvy spinning world. It burns.
Is that the pyrotechnist?
Oh wait, he's over there.
What the? Ah, it was you. Get over here, buddy.
Is he supposed to look like Indiana? No, I was about to say. I mean, obviously this is like an Indiana Jones looking set. Because we're in Tinseltown, technically.
Thanks, man. You're a lifesaver. And hey, from one action hero to another, you've got some real Tomb Raider chops yourself, man.
Yeah. I'm looking for a pyrotechnist. Do you have
Harrison Ford?
Yeah. Well, I can't think straight right now. We've been running this scene forever, and I got ulcers, so I took some, you know, medication, a lot of it, and now I.
Yeah, but the pyro. Wait.
It's just some Spike D pills. Don't stress it. The real issue is, you gotta do this scene.
Oh my God, the technique of the tail whip.
Off, you gotta master an ancient technique of the tail whip.
Oh my God.
What now?
Basic adventurer stuff. Why am I even explaining? So, climb up there, pull the lever, swing over the gaps midair, grab the last golden idols, put it.
What?
Just roll, right?
Oh my God, the fucking whip. Ricky's going full AC? He's just got his Fight Club gear from Bandai Namco? He didn't tell me about that. There's a vid? Is it really? I gotta see it. Whoa!
You've got the moves, kid. Quite the Tomb Raider indeed.
I gotta watch that video.
Ah, crap.
Oh! Oh. No way.
Well, that got me somewhere.
Oh shit. Man was chilling in the toilet. It's on TikTok? Oh, it's a TikTok. Oh, I gotta reach out to him about it. I'll take full responsibility because it's 1000% my doing. I don't care what he says. I take full responsibility for getting him into the AC verse. Is that a bow and arrow? What? No, okay. So there's the crooked cops here too, by the way. I'll switch the lever on. Bring down the cars. Who's this?
You the, pyrotechnist?
It's me, all right. The best of the best. Need something to go boom?
As much as I enjoy blasting.
Betty? Yeah, I knew her, all right.
Did you notice anything off about her before she died?
Man.
Let's just...
Well...
I hear her...
Oh, yeah.
Oh?
Just past the medieval set. So...
Medieval
need
set?
Any explosions? Dynamite? Maybe extra dynamite, eh?
No, I got enough dynamite.
The hero moves.
Whoa.
Fresh challenges.
Ancient. It's just a few plywood boards slathered in processed cheese.
He said a few plywood boards slathered in cheese. Did you just reference Donald or Bugs Bunny? Do you guys like FPS games, by the way? Oh, Three Stooges. Oh, Three Stooges.
Your line's up next. So tell us, hero, what is best in life?
To grate some parm, watch the cheese melt, and hear the joyful squeaks of my dinner guests.
Oh, a hot pepper. Here we go. I love that you can tell when the combat's over because of the music that plays. Oh, that's a shortcut. Hi, Ruka. How are you?
You ever think about a career change? You wear that piece like it's made for you.
There's a lot of save points. You're hyped for Pragmata tomorrow? Yeah, I'm going to stream it on Monday. I'm really excited. Give everybody a chance to finish it up. I've heard nothing but great things, so I'm really looking forward to playing a video game. if that makes sense. But again, the big band swing here is non-stop. It's just so exciting musically.
But the gauntlet?
I drink cold fondue for breakfast. Nothing new for a trench vet.
Then these are blueprints for leveling up your guns.
Well, this must be the place.
Western. Actress dressing room. Oh. Oh, and I can show you the mini game later. There's a mini game when you have to, can I do it? No. I need the gate key first. And it's all under the guise of like a detective crime, obviously, because of the noir setting.
Now that's a clue. A big mouse party meeting, and standing right next to Betty, the mayoral candidate, Milford, what's his name? High stakes games, high rolling.
All right, check this out. So here.
Friends, but the higher you climb, the harder you fall.
And some chests are one time. Like if I fuck up, which I will. And you have... Ah, fuck. I got lucky there. Yay! I got the schematic. Look at that. All of it. So much. So much poured into this. It's so interesting. It's so unique. And the music is just excellent. Okay, so then I'll show you the hub. So look, this is the menu when you're driving around. Isn't that crazy? I know. Isn't that just so cool?
Oh, finally ditched that tensile stench. Now it's time for a quick word with Vivian.
And this is where you level up. Yeah, it's an indie game, yep. It's an indie game. I actually love that Troy Baker was like, I want to help you guys and do this. These are just these random comic strips you can get. So these cards are part of the card game. And they basically help you get better stats, better perks, and whatever. And interestingly enough, when you go into the bar, I also love this. Oh wait, I've never been back here. Oh yeah, I have. When you're back here, once you win 20, once you get 20 tokens from winning the game, you unlock this, which I don't know what it'll be, but you play the game with this lady, and they have a whole like. This whole like card game within it. Oh, shit. First base. Nice. I just love it. It's so charming, you know? So now I have 2 tokens and you need 20.
Well, you were right, Wanda. I found something.
She's a reporter.
Mixing show business with politics, hardly a recipe for a long life.
Look at the little... Alright, and then Vivian is up here, I think. Yeah, there she's there.
So...
You already got plenty.
Oh, damn. I forgot.
Not yet, but it's bingo.
Oh, my...
That may be.
Well, if
Dr.
I
Pepper's
may...
in the game.
He's a mouse.
Good.
Mr. Pepper.
Oh, someone made a mess at the opera. That's, Now that I think about it, Sawyer's note to Betty was real specific. Stupidly specific. Time to run it up the flagpole.
This is a la Alan Wake 2 here.
Makes me wonder. Uh-huh. Dock's set now, just need a mooring point. I hate to ask, but Tam knows these waters better than I do. So what exactly did you do at Tensel's to get your glamorous behind kicked to the curb?
Kicked? Please.
Well, either way, there must have been a reason.
Oh, I don't know. Ridiculous overtime? Zero artistic integrity? The occasional wandering hand? Oh,
Surely those ain't the only reasons, right? Sounds like...
You are persistent, aren't you, Mr. Pepper? Fine.
Yeah, voice acting's
It was
great.
about skirting the edge of what's safe.
So, you partied too hard and got yourself in trouble.
I partied just enough. Though, in hindsight, my just enough might have been a little much for the wussies.
Who might still be breathing if not for all that...
You implying something?
Me?
Well then, connect them elsewhere. You're sniffing around the wrong mouse hole.
Oh. The fuck? So I think now a bunch of side quests open up, or at least this... Yeah, I think so.
Got it for you.
Good. Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a little job for you then.
What the hell are you...
Look, there's standard grilling procedure. And then there's the well done. But, and this is key, there's this special technique from the old world. Less a dish and more a culinary revolution, Jack. But there's a catch. You need some serious heat and a ton of ash. So...
Sure, I'll give it a shot. Nothing said...
Yeah, much obliged, Jack.
They call it the Azzurro Borghero. Look at the little...
Hey, Jack.
Hey, kiddo, I'm...
The Bay, huh?
Well, I just follow the crumbs, you know?
Well, hey.
Huh.
Name's Cameron. Cameron Bozo.
Cam...
Oh, and be sure to have a...
Cheddar.
No Gouda if you broke, Jack.
What's wrong with Gouda? Oh, and then there's this other guy here.
Well, if you're going to the docks, Jack.
What kind of something?
Oh, well...
So why not...
that's the...
And you...
What really?
All right, sure. Consider it done, buddy.
So just a side quest. So then we pop in the car. Oh, the opera house is open. And then this is the bay. Let's go to the opera house. Opera ruins. Oh yeah, because I was in there previously.
That place was cleaning up nice. Clear as day, Curd hadn't lifted a finger. And clear eyes should keep my mouth shut before someone guessed who lit the match.
Oh. Like, I mean, the detail is just crazy. Yeah, and the building is a big old radio tower, 1000%. Oh, shit. Anyway, Chato. So that's Mouse PI for hire, and if it's even remotely interesting, I think you should check it out. It's a real treat of a game. Honestly, it's definitely unique and like joyously so. So I would definitely give it a go if you're interested, even remotely, because it's just a treat. It's just a treat. So the game plan for the rest of the week, tomorrow is crazy. Tomorrow, I think, what time does that 7 a.m. 7 a.m. I'll be here for version 3.3 preview of Wuthering Waves 3.3, and then at 11, no, I think I'm gonna bump it to 10. At 10 o'clock is our usual Patreon live stream every Friday. So if you want to come hang out and join that, definitely do so. And then tomorrow I have to film another non-gamer episode with Leanne Maslewski, who was here before. She's coming back. So really excited to have her back. It's been a minute. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then Monday, we'll start streaming Pragmata. And then I think Monday, I'm going to lock in with some... once Pragmata's done, I'm going to lock in... into what's it called? Into Ace Combat. Oh wait, speaking of Ace Combat, let me see this.
So this morning I wake up and I see a particularly large box.
What? What is this giant box they gave him? Let me. I want to play this. Hold on.
So this morning I wake up and I see a particularly large box outside my door. And it reads, Ace Combat 8. You are hereby officially part of Flight Club, an elite squadron of creators chosen to help launch Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thieves, the long-running flight shooting franchise that's ruled the skies for decades. Inside this box, you'll find your gear. Consider it your starter kit for the missions ahead. Over the coming weeks, you'll be split into teams, competing, collaborating, and creating content that will shape how the world first experiences Ace Combat 8. Think rivalries, metaphorical dog fights, epic challenge videos, etc., etc. So gear up, lock in, welcome the squadron, welcome to Flight Club from Bandai Namco, Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thieves. Myself and Bandai Namco are going to be working quite a bit coming up for the Ace Combat 8. They sent me this, and I've got a lot to learn, so please stay tuned. Keep checking things out, and there's going to be a whole lot coming your way.
Instantly jealous. What the fuck? Instantly jealous. Oh my god. I want a fucking helmet. I got to call up Bandai right now, and I'm going to. All right, but seriously, we'll be playing Ace Combat. Probably 4 or 5. I don't think I'm gonna play 3. But I'm not sure. Yet. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. See you tomorrow, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.